cause of death has to be established. When the cause of death is established and suspect are held, now upon interrogation, this suspect can be proven by probably maybe their DNA, their fingerprint, and some other factor that can implicate them. And then as a result of that, they get caught upon interrogation. When they get caught, then now police have to now establish the reason, that is the motive, why they did what they do. Let me say, for example, Mohbad was stabbed by Wunmi. First, you have to establish that Mohbad stabbed Wunmi first. When you establish that, then now you want to check the motive. What could have been going on in her head? What made her stab her husband? Then it could be because of an argument of paternity, issue, okay, that made her got angry and stabbed the guy. Okay, so it means now you are able to establish that from that paternity issue, that's why the stabbing was conducted. But if you don't see stabbing, if you don't see her stabbing, if you don't find out whether she stabbed Mohbad first, you want to go and take paternity. You cannot use that one to confirm that she stabbed Mohbad. You have to find a link that she stabbed Mohbad first, prove that one, then find the reason why she did so. That's how it's done.
I think what many people fail to understand is this. Doing DNA does not say Wunmi kills Mohbad. It has nothing to do with it. It's just paternity. You must create a link. For example, all of us were asking the question, what were they arguing about? On what reason? If you could create, you can establish that they actually argued. And you can establish by witnesses that they were arguing on paternity of that child. Then you can say, let us do the paternity of the child, if it is true. If you now do it, you now also link it that Wunmi actually did something to kill Mohbad. You can now say, based on A and B, C happened. Based on the argument, she had, based on the topic of argument, which is the paternity of the son, they had an argument. Because they had an argument, emotion rised, and there was an action of stab. You can now, you've established a prima facie. You have linked it. But you can't just say we do DNA. It means the person killed the person. For what?
They will ask, how did they kill it? How did they kill it?
It doesn't make any sense.
By stabbing, how? Where is the knife?
I'm just trying to establish. Another thing, Papariano. You see, many of us, I don't want us to be blind to this fact. If you're on the justice side, some people came with the narrative that Mohbad wanted to throw the baby into the water. Who are the witnesses of that event? Who came with that narration? Did that really happen? What are the evidence that that thing actually happened? Just the way we are all questioning that did the prime boy stab Mohbad? Or did Mohbad actually sustain an injury that brought about profuse bleeding? It's the same way for us to question ourselves. Was there really an altercation on the bridge? Who came with that narrative? Was there actually an altercation? Because we must check everything. Yeah, we can blame anybody we like to. But this is how the court and the police will think. And when we say speculation, everything is speculation until you are able to establish a motive, you are able to link it with a crime, and you are able to link a suspect. That is when you will say this actually happened. If you are not able to link it, when it gets to court, the judge will throw it away and say it doesn't hold water. It will be like Nigeria election.
Another thing I want to add again is right. Yeah, another thing I want to add again is that Naira Marley, Sam Larry. So far we have 5 suspects. Okay, those of you who are Malians, bad market for you. Your Malian, your Naira Marley is a suspect. Sam Larry is a suspect. Yes. And just to make that clear, they are still in fact, their case, in their own case, police said they have preponderance of evidence. They have so many evidence to show that Naira Marley, Sam Larry threatened Mohbad's life. They bullied him and they assaulted him.
In the killing.
So
they could be the ones who called
No, they said they are now investigating whether they have involvement in the homicide, in the killing.
Thank you.
But they have established that. Sure, you get. So we have to know this thing because if people are making is becoming like Papa, no, we are avoiding Sam Larry and Naira Marley. They are still in the equation. Marley Wunmi was Sam Larry and Naira Marley there? No. Adura was Sam Larry and Naira Marley there? No. So let us focus on those who were there in the crime scene. Then through them, Who sent them?
Yes.
Who catch them together? It's very simple.
Who called the shots? Who called the shots? And also you can also link it to this Naira Marley, Samilari. I mean, what is the other one? Naira Marley and Samilari, whatever they are. You could link it that there was a suspicion that his neck was broken. Could it be someone tried to confirm to the boss that ordered the hit that true the subject is dead? You know there are a number of things that could be done. You don't have to be at the scene of a crime to be.
But on the issue of the neck, with all fairness, Darosha is a funeral director in this case, so he has full control. He has all of those.
Yes, he's very much complicit. He's very much complicit. You see, a lot of things is complicit. At the end of the day, if let's look at Naira Marley's and Milari case, if the police could establish that maybe this guy had the Baba Saleh that called the hit, so who was the executioner? That would be the next question. When you now get to the executioner, who are the conspirators? Those who are telling story. How can you establish conspirator? The time of death. What if Mohbad died on a Monday and everybody has been saying Tuesday? Then there is a big conspiracy. All of them.
Aristo, don't forget, at the beginning of this Justice for Mohbad, Joseph Onoba made a statement that equally Lomo Wuku. You understand? And from all indication, nobody is ruling out alibi in this case. But who switched off the light of Imole from inside that house? That is the question.
Zadi, you cannot make that assertion categorically because Mohbad was not there. It's just a presumption. Yes, I mean, Mohbad was implicating the man. Don't implicate him. If you say that Mohbad died, it means he knows about the death. Don't take that as a strong statement, please.
Hold on. Yeah, correct.
I wasn't there.
That's a speculation.
That is a suspicion. That was a
speculation. But the main point is this: can it be an alibi? You understand me?
Yes, you can plead alibi. You cannot state what happened there. You can only presume. Yeah, we can just presume. You understand me? But what we are not asking is that, according to Wunmi herself, 15 people lives in that house. You understand me? 15 people live in that house.
Excluding her and her son?
Okay.
Or including?
No, exclude.
Excluding her herself and Mohbad. We have to see people.
You see that house,
That house is a camp.
That house is a camp. Adura said we are 8 that live there. Which one will take? Adura said 8 in the inquest. Wunmi, it was in that video that audio that Wunmi Hayat and Ståäbbb did. That was the first place we heard that there were 15.
Yeah, she even made mention about last week as well. She made mention of 15 last week.
And Darosha has his house. Spendy has his house. They don't actually live there. So who are the other people?
Maybe I want to announce about this.
About one shingi one bet on Bound Bino.
We are King White. We are King White. Yara class. Yeah, King White. Yala young. One on the Abala, one on pray for me. Or talk about to try nonsense here. I buy young engine.
I said that house na refugee camp. Refugee camp.
I look this small boy. Look and see this small boy. They try like they do your thing. Make I just let them be. You can't go there like the reason my matter. Don't I go fire your mama? I could change Kennedy to and try to be scientific and I go to do anyhow.
Apparently, maybe na King why they said them are good jelly and not fine.
If you see how that, I think I swear that guy there, I don't pull up on her. Hello, go on.
Yeah, good morning. Can I quickly say something? From the perspective of
Oh yes.
That said there was a fight at the show. But, of course, it has been, dealt with before. But I just want to quickly point out some things here. If there was actually a fight at the show, there should be witnesses around, videos around that could portray that out there. That's number one. Then number two, he said Mohbad bled from the show, and when he got home, he went to sleep. Is that possible for someone bleeding to go to bed?
Their story is not aligning. It's not aligning.
They're all lying. They've been lying.
The reason why I say all these things, all the narrative, like there was a fight at the show, it's a complete zero. For me, that's my own opinion. This thing actually started from home. Because if it didn't start from home, there wouldn't be a duvet, full of blood.
Engine room. It started at home before the show. They went to the show, carried on back at home again. Originally, they were trying to make us think it was a ring.
There was nothing like a vigorous fight that led to bleeding from the show. That is just the point I want to bring up. The real bleeding.
As in, originally, they were trying to make us think it was a ring, and the injury was sustained by punching a Prado glass. I think they've realized that they cannot sell that story anymore, so they came online to try to into a ring, turning a ring into a knife overnight.
Yes, Titus, you are right.
Thank you.
Make a clap for Titus, make a clap for him.
You see, from beginning, their lives were not from beginning, and it was police that even spoiled it by using the word.
This is what I'm trying to. This is my own opinion now. Actually, this DNA stuff or no DNA, there is a separate DNA that could be done on the boy, and this, concerns the baby and the father. And we actually go deep into all these things that Mohbad has said, because right now the DNA has been altered on Mohbad's body because he has actually been buried. So many evidences has been tampered with. So if you want to actually go by investigation, if the police are ready to do a thorough investigation, from the statement from the late Mohbad, in most of his interviews, I've never heard him saying I have a wife, even though he's been asked if he has a wife or girlfriend. He always says, I'm in love with my music, as a man, as a guy, as an upcoming artist, as a star, you could have girls around, blah, blah, to have things with, that's all what he says. He never for once admitted that he has a wife, nor has a child, even though Wunmi, has been living with him and also I think she was pregnant then. So that's another evidence for us to know that Mohbad has never admitted to having a wife nor having a baby. And aside that, in most of his songs, he has narrated so many stories. And even before he left this world, I think in one of the statements that got leaked out there, that he said, something like that. So many things.
But Andrew,
yeah,
that is a booby trap on whether he confirmed if he has a wife or not. Because his family is saying Wunmi is our wife.
Actually,
that is a booby trap as well.
Okay, now
if Mohbad never confirmed,
if
but
I
the
could
family confirmed,
Wunmi is our wife, I think Baba Mohbad was there in Abuja at Berekete when Mr. Muiwa was here in Lagos. I don't know where he is, don't let me put it that way. When Mr. Muiwa was the one saying Wunmi is our wife, Liam is our child, putting out that narrative, we can't go to court and become one family again, while Baba Mohbad was in Brekete. So that one is differentiated from Baba Mohbad's statement
Engine room.
saying. I think that was when this statement.
Yeah, on that part, now you know, even baby mamas in Yoruba, they still call them wife. You don't know these people in Yoruba, If you're Yoruba man, you know that even people that are baby mama, they call them wife.
Of course I know, but what I'm trying to
but that's what wife do. So wife doesn't mean that they're legally married. Don't call it being wife.
It wasn't Baba Mohbad that altered that statement. That's what I'm trying to say.
Even Baba called Mama Mohbad wife.
Do you know that Baba Mohbad and Miwa, they are brothers?
I don't
admit they are brothers.
All right, okay. Even as a matter of fact, to solidify that.
Let's forget about that anyway.
Wait. No, don't forget that. To solidify that, Mr. Joseph Aloba's legal team, they refer to Wunmi as Wunmi Aloba. What are you saying? They recognize her as their wife. Simple. Move on from there. Even when her name is not Aloba, her name is Adebanjo on a good day.
Yeah,
police call her Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo, but the man is calling her Aloba. So it's your family.
Aloba, and remember, when this investigation started earlier at the police station or maybe the police conference, they called Wunmi by her name, not with Aloba. So if
the argument you are making, if you take it to a judge, I tell you what, your defense will be thrown out. You know why? If the family, this is why, if the family of the deceased, in their communication, in their referrals, both verbally and written wise. I've confirmed that Wunmi Cynthia Aloba. There is no other assertion that you can bring to it. It is sad because even on our part, we refer to her as baby mama or Wunmi Adebanjo. But if the family and the legal team in their communication could refer to her and allude to her name as Aloba, who are we to say she's not? We are interloper. We are interloper. We are medicine
interloper.
So at the end of the day, our own state doesn't have anything. Because the family have confirmed. It is their error, not our error.
Of course, I understand what you're saying, sir. I'm not arguing here. That, I'm just speaking out from what they have brought out so far, okay? I'm not arguing because I'm not their family. We are just supporting them, and to get this justice. This is why every one of us is out here. If they want to get this justice with our support, so be it. And if they want to work on their own side, so be it. But actually, the reason why I believe the reason why every one of us is out here is to stop future occurrence of this. Actually, we are talking about the DNA. The DNA works in two ways. It could be, we are asking for the DNA concerning the baby and the late Mohbad, just to ascertain if truly Liam belongs to Mohbad. That's number one. Then the other DNA could be, gotten from the crime scene in order to, dictate who and who was involved with Mohbad before, he got like that. Don't let me say it. So now, if the DNA is being, detected from the crime scene, from the blood, from the touch, and everybody's thumbprint, the biometrics, everything, when this thing is being done, yes, it could, give the police an easy way to detect everything that has actually happened. But so far, Mohbad was buried and exhumed. So many of these would have been tampered with, and this DNA and every other thing that could be, detected from the crime scene wouldn't, have this effect much because number one, Mohbad's body has been tampered with. Being buried is a zero, though they could still get it if they have strong equipment and other gadgets. But right now, we don't actually understand the role of the police, Nigerian police force. That is why we've been crying for them to do the needful. I believe they could get evidences around from the CCTV camera, from everything. If they actually want to work, if those people, that lives in Mohbad within the 72, 48 hours, 24 hours range could be arrested and vigorously investigated. So many, evidences could be gotten from their statement. But those that are actually involved are not arrested. We don't know what actually they are doing. Even the police themselves, they are giving us different narratives. Different narratives. He bled previously. You were also the one that denied him from being given police report like that. So many things has occurred. So many things. There are statements out there, someone saying, basically, your station settled, no case to answer, blah, blah, blah. Even though you say, yeah, that person was, bullied Mohbad. What about the statement? Why would they say such? Those are more questions. The police has to work on. But I don't know. Well, we just pray and we hope they do the right thing. Lagos State government should do the right thing because when we call on the police, I can remember when Brekete called on the police, they shifted it to Lagos State government. Lagos State government, they're just shifting everything around. It's just like this is a game. They don't want to actually, give out the best they could. The citizens are crying, not only Nigerian citizens, everybody all over the world. We don't sleep here. We don't. Everything, our system has completely changed.
Not penalize them. What are they waiting for? I don't understand. They could not bribe somebody, that one would not close like that. They could not find somebody bribe them. That matter would not do somewhere. Naramali Sam Larry. Adibi they didn't arrest Naramali Sam Larry now, but now would have been Naramali Sam Larry, Naramali. But now police don't arrest them. Police are even telling them they have more evidence against them. So what do you want again? So we just have to focus on the new people. Wunmi knows something she doesn't want to tell us. If well investigated, that thing, we'll know that thing. And Nigerians, we understand the trick that she's playing. She can play this trick, but she can't get away with it. she's already playing the tricks. She's playing the tricks, but she will not get away with it.
But I don't know. I have two things to say. First, this policeman that was murdered in his house, murdered, or I don't know whether his suicide was murdered, but for me it's murdered. Don't you think it's kind of like a threat, a message that sent out? Maybe he was on our side, maybe he was doing a good job. We don't know his stand on this case, you know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Was actually, yeah, but what if he was actually, he discovered something and then he was silent, or he was working towards something, then he was silent? Because this, for me, is not a coincidence. That could be a message threatening those who have something to say and they wouldn't say nothing, you know. That again is a serious issue for us in this case. And then the second thing I want to say is, you said something here that whatever the witnesses might say, if the toxicology and autopsy comes out, that might be thrown away, you know, because the judge, the court is going to take whatever the result comes in. That's what's going to go to court, or it might not even go to court. You see. So now this makes me think now that, like, I've been thinking, I've been saying to myself, from the way things are going, from the way the police is working, the legal team is working, those around Baba are talking and doing some funny things. Like they don't even.
They are left from their rights. I don't know whether they know they are left from their rights.
Exactly.
Yes.
They are not. No, we've not seen any serious parties.
I was expecting Berekete to act, but they say Berekete don't have any lawyer. Even upcoming inquest, Berekete don't have any lawyer. Maybe they will get pathologists right now, doctor. I don't even know. Like, I mean, they are not ready for what is coming. Let's just leave it like that. That's
what I'm saying. That for me, I don't think. Sorry, but for me, I don't see this working out. Because the autopsy or toxicology is going to come out just like Aristocrat said. They will say he had so many substances in his system. Dr. Kemi said 12, you know, and it might have provoked a reaction or whatever in his system, and he died. So what are we going to say? He's dead. You're dead. So I don't think that result is going to come like we expect. Or if you ask me, let's forget about that. And this is what now brings us to us doing our own now, you know, so that we can have something to fight against. That's not happening. So for me, at the end of the day, I'm only going to see jungle justice taking place. So that's what I'm seeing here.
Our guys are trying to do to us, right? Our government. That preliminary report that they give to us, right? I'm seeing a pattern. They wanted to conclude on that preliminary report and have the nurse held down and Prime Boy charge them for something little. Okay, that route is still what I see they are just trying to go. But now waste our time and then go through that same route again. Watch and let us see.
Yeah, of course. Because you can imagine
they have all of those results, but they are just wasting our time.
Exactly.
To cause us pain, everything, and then still deliver what they want to deliver. We are watching.
How can you explain that Mohbad's house is still there? People are still living there. Even after Berekete, they called that policeman, whoever he is from Lagos, and he said, why wasn't the house condoned? And he was saying that, does he expect him to go and condone the house? That was a mistake the police made. Why wasn't it corrected since then? Why is the mistake still there? And why should it be Baba's team to go and fight those in the house to get them out from the house? The police should know that. That's their job.
Even Berekete should do that. Berekete should do that. It's a crime.
It's annoying. You get it's annoying. You get it's annoying. Else do we want that should happen? That will happen. For how many months now? Nothing is going to change.
There's nothing we cannot do more of complaint right now. Let's just wait because the government can surprise us and all of us will win. Okay, like even if we talk right now, there's nothing anybody can do. The time is gone. We have spoken. Now let us wait for the result. We have done all we could have.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me just relax 1 minute. Go on.
At the end of the day, the nurse is gonna go down for it. They say she injected after Mohbad had so many ones in his chemicals or what drugs in his system. The nurse came and added this one. It provoked this one. If she doesn't speak well, if she's bribed, she might go in for 2 years. She's out, and that's done. So this drives me to my point. I've been saying I see jungle justice happening here. I don't think the system there is gonna give us what we are looking for. For me, for that to happen, it's gonna be a very big miracle. Trust me. So, anyways.
No jungle justice like this. That one a plan B. Jungle justice doesn't just come like that. Jungle justice, you have to study your fight. We don't just fight like that. Me, I will not join anybody in that kind of a fight. Me, I will want us to do that.
I'm not saying that people should go and fight jungle justice now. I'm saying that we are all waiting for the court. You understand? At the end of the day, that is what I think. We are not going to get what we are expecting. We are not going to get the results on toxicology or autopsy that we are expecting. If that should happen, it's going to be a very big miracle. But for me, I doubt it. So at the end of the day, people that are supposed to be penalized will not be penalized.
For the fact that camera, police, for the fact that they say camera is not working in that house, You know what it means? I read the case of Funsho Williams here. The judge, Justice Adebanjo, he said that the police brought 6 witnesses, that is 6 suspects, for the death of a Funsho Williams, a politician. He said autopsy that the prosecution team bring, autopsy show that Funsho Williams was strangulated. You see, this one they even showed that he was strangulated. There was knife went in the site of his death, and he was tied. Okay, autopsy confirmed all those things, but the judge said the lawyers of the state, the prosecution, have been unable to bring evidence, solid evidence, that can attach those people police bring to this strangulation, because to this cause of death. Proof. Did you see their DNA on his body? Did you see a video that they strangle him? Those are the things. They will not hear speculation. And just Adebanjo, he said because the state government have been unable to prove that. He said even at more. He said the police in their preliminary said that one of the suspects used the deceased phone, that is Funsho Williams' phone, to call somebody. How can you use a dead man's phone and a politician like that to call somebody? They suspect that person. But the justice said even at that, their call logs was not brought before this court. How do they want them to persecute these guys? And then he said the case is dismissed. They are acquitted. I read the case here. So it is one thing for you to establish what killed Mohbad, and another thing for police to be able to have evidence that will link them, evidence that is undeniable. Either somebody will say, I was there, I saw when this person stabbed this person. That is a testimonial witness, it's acceptable. Or a video camera that can show you this person confirming it. But let me say, the government just come and say, Mohbad was died by stabbing. Police must still go and find who stabbed Mohbad. In some cases, police don't see. What do? They lost the case. I pray the change comes. But me, I always think about my own health so that I will be safe. I will not have complications. I try to see ahead what will come. Because the way people can feel pain is very difficult. There are some people, when they begin to feel pain, they can't forgive themselves. So if you are that type, don't put in your emotions in what you do. Otherwise, when you will be suffering your pain, nobody will be there.
It's too late. It's too late in this case to say that.
Papariano. But wait, like if the autopsy says that Mohbad, for example, Mohbad was stabbed, and they come and tell the court that, like, the police should hold the people around him in 72 hours with or without evidence, because the autopsy is the most reliable evidence, and people, reliable people, or they have to believe in any case. So what they said is the final. So if they did not provide the person who stabbed him, those around him 72 hours must be held responsible.
They are called suspects, but you cannot, no judge will convict anybody without evidence. They will not. But it's a job of the police. It's a police job to find out by all costs the killer. But in some cases they can't find out, like in the case of Funsho Williams. Even in the case of this policeman that died recently, yesterday, the man was there alone. Nobody at the crime scene, no wife, no children, nothing. So now they are saying whether the man commits suicide or maybe somebody hung him. So police must do DNA, fingerprint can resolve a lot of those things. So they will try their best. It's not always easy, but they always try their best. In most cases, they catch the killers, but just as in some cases, those killers go scot-free. But in this case, there is one thing for sure: the nurse.
Anything that will not make their nose go down, know that somebody else will go down. You get?
Yes, I understand. But
Imagine
it should not be like
someone is
now,
telling me to speak English. What language am I speaking?
I forget these people. Because for me, like the case should not be like now they come and say, okay, Mohbad was stabbed, and because of there is no evidence, then no one will be caught.
Also,
no one will be.
Have you had a court case before?
Yes. No.
That's why you're talking like this. Once you face court case, you understand. Court is, I don't want to call it one of the craziest places you don't want to be. It's crazy. It's not, it's without all this emotional speculation. Sometimes they shout at you. Like they will just shun you. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's Africa for you. Africa. That's why they shout at you anyway. Mad.
I don't know how it is in Europe where you are, but yeah, I know that.
No, you don't shout. You don't shout. You don't intimidate people. You know? The environment has to be conducive for someone to talk.
Well, we hope we
just
hope
get
for the
your
positive
evidence.
Result anyway.
Get your evidence intact.
Because like this kind of cases, it's difficult to have evidence. So this is the ground I know the people that did it are standing on, because they have, destroyed all the evidences. Because if it was like countries that are really, do their job well, no matter what you do, they will find, they will find evidence in the house, especially the moment the thing happened. If like they will like the moment they buried him and the public started, shouting, they immediately went into that house and start investigation. It will have been better, but because they did not do nothing in the initial, thing, and the whole issue started until after 9 days before they went to the house. So it's not done. So I don't know, but we hope for the better, for the positive. But no matter what I'm trying to say now is that the DNA of the child should not be about motive. No. We should just say that this DNA needs to be done because we want to know if the child belongs to Mohbad, or maybe for the safety of the child, like stigma tomorrow when he grows up. That's the only thing we should be saying. But it should not be saying that, okay, we want to know if the child belongs to the Mohbad or not. It means we will know the motive. No. That's not. If not, we will scare the Wunmi not to do the DNA. Obviously, because no one want to be in that kind of position. But if they put it to her that you as a woman, you have to, be proud to do DNA. You have to be proud to do DNA. You have to be, to fight for your child. The names they are giving your child in the internet has to be cleaned up by you the mother. Okay, that will maybe we encourage her to do the DNA.
And I feel sorry for the father, but Mohbad saw the whole red flag and still continued to stay. And now, the family had to suffer it. Everybody is suffering. There's a saying that says that if you live a careless life, you buy a careless life. If you don't care about your life, who is going to protect you? If your life, you know that your wife is Olosho and you continue. Olosho has no conscience. They don't have any conscience. They don't have any feeling because it's all about business. Now, he's gone and the wife has moved on because it's a business. You understand? There's no feeling. There's no empathy. How can I saw her on a candlelight for Mohbad. What's she looking for there if you're really money? What are you looking for if you're really money? You understand? So there are certain things I see, and I say that the family is very dysfunctional. Both families, as far as I'm concerned, are very dysfunctional. And what Mohbad suffered It's because of the dysfunctional background. So he's seeking for love in the wrong place. You know, it's called childhood traumatic experience. You know, when children experience no love, they go and seek love from the wrong direction. That's what he suffered. Because all the people that surround Mohbad, they don't love him. He's the one that loved them. He's giving and there's nothing in return like love. They never gave him back. Look at people that are supposed to fight for justice for him. They're not fighting. People that witness everything that goes on there, nobody's ready to come up to say anything because of the people. Like the power of association. When you associate, it's a big lesson to our men and to everybody. Because when you associate with the wrong people, you always get the wrong result. That's what it means. I don't blame him, he's gone now. But what are we learning from this case? In this Mohbad case, there's a lot of lessons learned, both for our children, both for mothers, both for fathers. There's a lot of lesson learned to be learned, because when we leave what we are supposed to do at the right time and we don't do it, at the end, it is too late to cry when the head is off. So that is what it's all about. You know, it's a shame that he has to go this way. You know, and the truth is that when we see the red flag, speak up and go. Then you can't change a damaged soul. Wunmi is already damaged. So thinking that he will be able to change Wunmi will only destroy him, and that's what has just happened. You know, you can't change anyone. You can't, except the person is willing to change. A change process, it takes long to change a human being because it's a process. Do you understand? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. God bless you. I'm going to play that video one more time, and after the video, there is something I want to bring out. Let me even say that before I play the video. It is true, Karimo, that we know that Wunmi wants to build a house on another man's property. It is true, Karimo, that we know that Wunmi is trying to run away. It is true, Karimo, that we know that, you know, she even said it that Ekilofunda warned her that a man is coming for her. It is Karimo that also that told us that our mother, that Wunmi and her mother are conspiring, that Ajobi Mada. So Karimo actually said a lot of things and exposed the family and called our attention to many things. Now the same Karimo running up and down saying Nkokobodo Wunmi. Even Bukky Jesse came out to say that a lot of information and many things she got to know, even as far as getting to know about the secret DNA, is from Karimo. Now the same Karimo is now coming out to say nothing must happen to Wunmi. All of this that Karimo has said before to expose Wunmi is here. We have it. Why is Karimo now changing mouth, saying, Lenyo, federal government, so please help us, so my sister, my this, my that, and the rest. What is happening? Why? Now this is it for those who said I should play it again. I want to play it now.
The DNA. I don't know how we are going to go about that. Because we are just shouting DNA. Which specimen do you want to use? The specimen of the disease, right? Okay, no problem. We can talk to the government about that. We will talk to the government and the experts when the time comes. When there is a need, get it right. Wunmi is not saying she's not doing DNA. If there is a need for it in the court, when the case is ongoing, she will do it. So when we get there, we are going to
that part really got to me. When we get there, we are going to tackle liar. Let me play that part here. Unfortunately, I can't rewind. Let me just. Oh my God, Mohbad don't suffer. Let's listen. So sorry that I have to bring it back.
DNA. I don't know how we are going to go about that. Because you are just shouting DNA. Which specimen do you want to use? The specimen of the disease, right? Okay, no problem. We can talk to the government about that. We will talk to the government and the experts when the time comes. When there is a need, get it right. Wunmi is not saying she's not doing DNA. If there is a need for it in the court, when the case is ongoing, she will do it. So when we get there, we are going to tackle liar. We will guide there. Josie and Mohbad DNA one side. That way, Liam and Mohbad DNA another side. That way. No Josie and Mohbad DNA, no Liam and Mohbad DNA. So, Josie, and that's why let's see Odore Akishomolole Logesiwa. Only you are saying, all of you that you are saying, look at the way I'm talking to my sister father-in-law. Anyway, yesterday, only that. Only I get on the judge to be in the Chomoko, Shashan, Soro, especially Baba Yahweh, I'm going to Baba Yahweh, by the way, no. Because he's keeping quiet, it's not coming. Oh, I need to buy big water. You see, let me put this to you. See what bad big boy, Mako, Papa La Pueda. Do I have it? You don't think that share. My back on that. She won't more sunny. Usabu Baba Yahweh, I tell Yahweh, but don't have big water. You see, don't have big boy, Mako, Papa La Pueda. Báwo a ṣe DNA wa àti Mohbad? Ṣó yẹ kó wá sọ pé bá ṣe DNA Liam àti Mohbad? Àwọn ò sá o. Wunmi is not running away from DNA. Wákàtí. Mo máa sọ pé o kọ́ sí àwọn àtẹ̀ṣe láti ojú ìgbà. Bí ẹ̀dá wá jẹ́ pé Èkìtì lọ ti dáṣẹ tó jẹ́ ọmọ mú Èkìtì nígbà tó máa lajú sáyé Èkìtì ló lajú sí. Don't do Mohbad DNA. Ó wá sọ pé ó fẹ́ ṣe Liam DNA. Mo gbá àwọn àna ẹ̀ ṣe kò ní tó bá bí àwọn àna ẹ̀dá àbí oníbàmí yẹ láyé jù sí. You come out, I'll come out to debunk it. And nothing must happen to me, nothing must happen to any one of us. In Timori Lolano, in his song. They are watching you guys. One way, of one way. Ẹgbẹ́ àtàrà tí mo ti jáde, fídíò tí mo ṣe alẹ́ ni mo wọlé. Ọkọ̀ wọlé wọn báyìí. One way. That's the power of being a US citizen. I will leave that aside. Let something happen to Wunmi. All of you, let something happen to Wunmi and Liam. Or let something happen to Mohbad's family. They are very much aware of Mohbad case. When I got there, they were like, Mohbad, yeah, so sad. Accept our condolence. So they are aware of everything going on. They know Mohbad and they were so sad such thing was happening to with his widow. So they are watching. You know how the US operates? They don't just strike like that, but they are watching. So
that is it anyway. We've seen it and we can hear so many things in that content. So many content in that video.
Excuse me, W0rst. You should remember to answer your pay. Erabamokolos or Ebamokoloso. You see the result now. What is she entirely a payment for Bosnian Soro? All this one is that's why I said if I could hear what taking your phone, let's see, because damage control. The same person you work from a pay a Burue Mohbad only so many things. Actually, true all those things is just damage control, and she knows what is coming. She's aware of what is coming. She's aware of what is coming. So, and for me personally, I believe we so all these things she's doing. The recent fight between them, to my boss online on Instagram, to my post, it really happened. Something happened between them. So all this one she's just doing now is damage control, because I want to meet what to back here. They threaten her. They threaten her, they threaten her family. So I'm not surprised that she's doing all this. Nobody should be surprised that she's doing all this.
She said something. Let's not rule it out. America, she man, she.
America, I said it now.
Wait, I want to bring a point. Only she America, she. One way you buy, one sorrow, one way. And you're getting concussion with me. Are you telling us indirectly that Americans have, accepted Wunmi as their citizen, that they are waiting for something to happen to her and they take action? Is that what she's saying? She said, when I got the Wunmi, Mohbad, they know everything. One forward learner, one way. What is that? Wait, I'm not done. Again, only to see. No DNA for Mohbad, no DNA for Liam. You have to do DNA for Mohbad to be sure that you are the father of Mohbad. Then we'll now do DNA for Liam to now determine that Liam is Mohbad. If Jose is not doing DNA, Liam is not also doing DNA. Another one. Another thing I want to pick. There are so many things. So another thing I want to pick. Toba Jerry be a da. Toba Ekiti not to shed die, like not to die or something. I don't understand why that family is like that because of simple question. I don't like who are these people? Who are those defending this family? I can't. I'm like you are saying. Those of you saying, see the way I'm talking to my sister's father-in-law. Like this family. Like I don't understand this family. You want for the late person. Ṣé tó bá jẹ́ pé inú ilé yín nírú ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀yin wọn ló be Mohbad. If you lost someone like Mohbad in your family, Karimo, is this how you come out? Is this what you say?
They will never accept.
Something is not correct about the whole thing. Something is not correct about this whole thing at all.
W0rst, like I said, W0rst, I believe me honestly. She said it with her mouth. She said it herself. She said they threatened me. They didn't. She even saw. She used the Bible. Don't believe me. And I didn't tell Buki just say anything. So all this ranting. She senses that justice is coming. Something big is about to happen. They have tried to manipulate everything. They have tried to change everything, and they don't know that the result of the autopsy, everything is coming, and they cannot manipulate it because they know what is inside. They can't manipulate it. So now she just wants to do everything to say, I did my best. It wasn't me. So me personally, I'm not taking her serious. And even go and look at it. Go on Instagram.
Can you read this thing on my screen? Can we see it? Olori Buruku, our market. See your scene outside. How far Alajobi will continue to vindicate you. This is Karimo saying this.
Exactly.
Hold on. Let me show you more. Let me give you more. Continue. I'm with you.
Yes.
Some people who said they want to talk, please consider them as well.
Okay. So for me, like I said, to conclude, it's just damage control. She has done a lot of damages to herself and her sister and her family at large. So all this ranting, blah, that she's doing is just damage control to make herself look good to that people. And they know. And I'm not even sure they are taking her serious. So, justice for Mohbad and justice will surely come. Let me mute for now so that someone else can talk.
All right, and then while you muted, I'm trying to display more things, and I think I need to take Okay, I'm sorry. Let me take J-Boy so that the shitting will not become something else. J-Boy, please. So sorry to keep you waiting, and it's your. Okay, no problem. Maria, go on then. Go on. I think J-Boy won. Yeah. You are on already. Please go on. Yes, please. Loud and clear.
Now it's my turn, and the connection is. Anyway, thanks for having me, W0rst, and well done. I think you should just ignore these people regarding your own. Everything till you only get to them. But the more you show it, we don't get
your network will
continue.
Your network, oh. Your network, oh.
Okay, can somebody else talk, please?
Let me see. Oh, not this one. This is the last one she posted about me. Akpari West Ogunko Pai with This is not what I want to show. Adejoke, please fix your microphone and you can come back to say your mind, like to hear your opinion. Let me quickly go to J-Boy. J-Boy, please. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. We have to accommodate the new faces. Thank you. God bless you. Over to you, please.
Hope you're good now, yeah? Hope you're good now.
You said what?
I said, hope you're good now.
I'm getting better. I'm fine. Thank you for the follow-up and thank you for the call.
That's the most important.
I appreciate that. Thank you. God bless you.
That's the most important thing. And you see, everything going on. To be honest, one thing I'm just going to say is, she's a lady, right? And she knows she needs to still be with a man. No man will see a lady with that kind of behavior and would want to be with her. You can be trying to put some kind of fact. It's because we don't think of the aftermaths of what we're doing when we're doing it. So I'm not going to bother myself about what is she going to do for this, what is she going to do for that. You know, I believe everything she's doing is just to put maybe fear or panicking in some people, like, oh, Wunmi is going to do this, Wunmi is going to that. But one thing she did not understand, or maybe she knows she's just doing it, is even if she's with her husband right now, that husband is still going to walk away from her at some point. Because no man will stay with a woman with that kind of attitude. You cannot speak that way and think you can be with a man that will trust whatever it is you think you're doing. You get it? You see all those ones she's saying, like trying to talk about, even coming up saying, oh, to those thinking, why am I talking to my...
Hey boy, I would appreciate if you can be more audible, please. Your sound is kind of far from the phone.
Is it better now, yeah?
Maybe you're using earpiece, I think.
No, it's more like I put on that. Is it better now?
I can hear you, but not really sharp, like not
is it better now, yeah?
It's fine now. It's fine now.
Like I said, one man will want to be with a lady, a woman, with that kind of attitude.
You know what you do for me, boy? Please raise the sound receiver. That if you're using earpiece, there is a part that is I don't know. Just try to take it a bit close to your mouth.
No, it's fine. It can't go better than this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine now. Yeah, right. It's okay.
So, like I said, she's a lady. She's not thinking of the aftermath of what she's doing. You know, at the moment, if you're trying to fight a fight, you can fight fast you want to go. But one man want to be with a woman like that. One man want to be with a woman with that kind of attitude. The way she's talking, with everything she's saying. And sometimes when she talks, she said one thing now, she's in the States, right? The States are not jokers of anything. There are so many things like what you're posting up now. And she has deleted how she is you think you deleted so silly. Any medication, like you're sending same things. You've said so many things on your own. Didn't say that's what I say, but things like I think they need to get a proper what things you say actually everything you want to do. She's saying that it's not really open at all. Well, you know, Westo, I ain't gonna lie. If you want to focus on whatever I say she's saying, it's not gonna do anything. I feel like whatever I say she's doing, man, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Because I believe the aftermath is gonna come soon anyway. And not just there. Like, here in the UK now, how many people from the things they've done on media have got arrested now? From the things they've done on media. They're now in jail here now. So they're saying things you do If you're thinking you're doing your media, you're trying to back somebody, you're trying to defend certain things, you need to be skeptical of some things you do. Well, all these things she's doing, I don't suppose she doesn't have someone there that will literally report her, like this is what she's doing. That's when she will know what she's doing is not going to even help her at all. And it can actually even implicate her sister. But it is what it is, Westo. Like, I'm not going to say too much, like, you know, I just believe they want me to have come out.
There's gonna be. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Why something? I'm the one.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let's do it this way, mommy. Please, sis Moriri. Let's do it this way. Let me take Nora Light. After Nora Light, I'm going to take. I have my reason for keeping Oladapo. I will take Nora Light. I will take Eshar, and I will take Opeyemi. I'll come back to others. So Nora Light, please unmute your mic. It's been a while. How is everything? How do you feel about the whole thing? We talk about national issues. Can we have our own fire in Nigeria? Then we move from there, trying to look at what the family of Mohbad is doing to this case, trying to drag us back. You have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Westel. Good afternoon. First of all, I just want to encourage you with the word of God. Because of all the curses you said they're bringing onto you and your family. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 2, I take the B verse. It says, a costless curse shall not stand. You know, so if you've not done anything wrong and people are laying curses on you, it shall not stand. It will only bounce back. And that's the word of God. And it's very solidified. So you should put your mind at rest, no matter what they're doing, because you've not done any harm to either of them. You've not done anything wrong to anyone. So whatever curses they are laying on you or your family members, it will not stand. It will surely go back to them. And just listening to what Karimot has been saying, you know, she's the one that came in the past and talked about how the mom abandoned her and all that and exposed their family. And now she's coming back to say all these things against Mohbad's dad and all that. One thing I would say about that is that she gave, Mohbad's mom is the one that gave that allowance for her to be disrespecting her ex-husband, because she calls him Josie, and Karimot is at the same time referring him as Josie. It doesn't show any form of respect at all. And she said that they are watching in the US. The US does not own Wunmi. They are watching in the US. I just paused because Ade's mic is on and is intercepting. Thank you. And they're watching everything that is going on. The people that are interested are also watching. And I don't think that any reasonable person would come and stand for this family, because they see the way this family has been behaving. None of them is behaving rightly. I think sometimes do they have mental problems? You know, because the way they reason and the way they do things is like people with mental health issues, you know. So, well, all what they are saying, all what she was saying, nothing like that is going to stand. It's not going to happen. The Americans are not Nigerians, and Wunmi is not a citizen of America. Not because her sister is a citizen, then the Americans will come to rescue her from what? What are they even rescuing her from? It doesn't even make any sense, because she's the one that we have been looking at to give us the narrative of what happened in that house after that show that night. Until date, she hasn't voiced out anything. She didn't even go to her father-in-law to tell him about the incident that has occurred. They were planning the burial of this young man